Hi, this is Jackson Ng again, and now I'd like to share with you the concept called the cabinet concept. I found out this concept years ago when I was doing training for a company where we were talking about time management and what exactly is time management. You see, there are three categories where we can live our life uh, on, and the first category is we can actually live our life in the past. So in everyone's life, we have a cabinet, and this cabinet there are three drawers. The first drawer you can actually retrieve, you can actually draw out from the drawer is all the past information that has happened in your life until last night. So this is what I call the past. And the second drawer is what I call the present, where you can actually draw information about the present moment, the things that you are about to do, that you want to do right now, tomorrow. And also, lastly, there's another file another drawer that we can actually draw, and it is called the future. So in your life and in my life, we have three drawers where we can draw information. Now, some people actually live in the past where they're in the past and they are talking about the past. They are living in the past sphere and everything, and they may be still talking about past results and everything, but living in the past will not help anyone to move on in life. And here today I'd like you to understand that I'm going to give you two scenario, okay? And let us call this person Mr. A, okay? Mr. A have a story, and this is what has happened to Mr. A. Mr. A was bankrupt and 10 years ago, and he actually got into a financial mess, and he lost everything. He lost his wife. The wife remarried to a richer guy, and then he actually lost his business and everything. So Mr. A suffered financially, and until today's moment, Mr. A is still talking about it, and he isn't working. He's suffering still from the loss, and he isn't happy with the life that he suffered 10 years ago, and he still felt very, very badly in the present moment. So when I asked Mr. A, what do you think about your future? And Mr. A is saying that, well, my future is gonna be like now, and which is not so good. So you see, Mr. A is a typical example of someone who actually lived in the past, and he just carry forward the past into the present. But if you want to be powerful in your life, you have to live in the moment and live in the present. Now, let's look at another example. Let's see Mr. B. Mr. B. Mr. B is someone actually who also lost a lot of money in the past. He was a bankrupt too. He lost his businesses. And his wife is also running away and actually remarried to another richer guy. So Mr. B actually suffered similarly, just like Mr. A. But then when I asked Mr. B, hey, Mr. B, how's your life right now? And Mr. B says, my life right now is very good because my life is actually very, very different from last time. And I ask, how is your life different? And Mr. B says, well, my life is a lot different because I got a job now and I got 2-3 thousand ringgit of salary. I'm renting a room and I'm using a second-hand motorbike to work, and it's not so bad. I'm recovering from my my debts. Every month I'm paying a little bit of amount to clear my debts, and I put aside some saving, and I intend to buy a new house. I also intend to buy a new car, and I'm now working very hard to actually educate myself in my free time. So I'm doing all I can to become a new person here. And I asked Mr. B again, hey, Mr. B, how is your life going to be in 5 years' time? And B says, well, in 5 years' time, I will have everything new in my life. I will have a new life. So what is this new life? How is it so interesting to you? And Mr. B says, well, in 5 years' time, I will marry to my neighbor, and she is a very beautiful girl, and now we are very good friends. And I will actually be promoted in 5 years' time, and of course, I will earn more money than now. And I know in 5 years' time, I'll be able to afford a new car and a new low-cost housing. So in 5 years' time, I'll move into a new house, I'll get a new car, I'll get married to a new wife. So my life gonna be changed totally. So you see, when Mr. B focus in the present, Mr. B can do and change everything about his life. Whereas Mr. A, who are still thinking about the suffering and the past, he is actually living in the past. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be powerful in your life, be the new you and focus in the present. Focus on the present moment in your life, and this is where you will be powerful. Until then, this is Jackson Ng. Be the new you and focus living in the present. Bye.